Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU and welcome back to my ruined empire. Economically speaking, of course, it's still not lying in ruins, even though parts of it still are, but that's just because I didn't fix them after conquering them, so things are not going that poorly, although from an economical standpoint, they certainly are. Now, I need to apologize you again, because today is going to be a shorter videocast, because I don't have enough time to spare to make it a longer one. As simple as that. And there is nothing else I need to say about it. So let's do as much as we can within a few turns that we are given. First of all, I can see that I finished improving sword. Very good, because now, as you can see, my unhappiness is only at level 2. It's still bad, don't get me wrong, but it's less unacceptable than what it used to be. Let's just put it this way, it's the most... it's the best way to call it, I would say. Just because it doesn't sound as horrible. Anyway, let's continue moving my Huaychas. Keep in mind, I'm not going to attack Brazil just yet. I don't have the forces for it, I don't have the technology for it. Huaychas are awesome, but they alone will not be able to conquer Rio de Janeiro. Because I bet that Brazil has plenty of units over there, plenty of melee units at that, and melee units are quite good against Huaychas if they can get to Huaychas. And over there, if I were to disembark, Huaychas would lose a move and wouldn't be able to fire before the enemy melee units actually attacked me. This would be pretty bad, so I need to wait for musketmen. And this is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not going to attack Brazil before I get musketmen. As simple as that. Oh wait, that's a walker. I thought it's a spearman. Packman rather. Sorry, Packman, for calling you a spearman. Alright, go improve this thing, why not? The other reason for not attacking Brazil is quite obvious. I do need to repair my economy, and making more military units would probably not help me, especially since city-states are actually giving me stuff. Now, I don't mind it, it's free stuff, but it also costs me maintenance, so it's not exactly, technically speaking, free, is it? I mean, I'm not going to sell this guy, even though it would fix my money issues a little bit, but I'm certainly, I'm not gonna complain actually. I mean, I have a big money problem, but I think I can resolve it relatively easy. If we go to show queue and add to queue, I should be able to make a nothing. Well, I can convert my production to wealth, which is something I can always try and do if things really do go dire. What I can also do is actually go for compass, because this would allow me to make harbors, which are great city connections. They're basically like roads, except they don't cost maintenance. And they give me quite a bit of gold as a direct result of connecting to my capital. Now, alternatively, I can just make roads between Seoul and my other cities. And the advantage of this is I'll be able to move faster on land between those three cities, but do I really want to? In a few turns, I should be getting a technology which allows my embarked units to move slightly faster anyway. So I would still move through the water, and after some time I'll even be able to cross ocean towns, so it will be a straight walk from Shipa to Rio de Janeiro. So I don't really need and care about roads anywhere. In fact, I'm probably going to get rid of those two roads that are next to Seoul, I mean Shipa, because I don't need them anymore. As simple as that. I conquered what I wanted to conquer. I have no intention of conquering Buenos Aires now, because it's in a horrible spot, no access to water. It does have access to pearls, which I wanted. It does have access to Barangay Crater and whatnot, but in general I cannot ban it, so I don't want it, because it doesn't give me much benefit. I really wanted the truffles, I really wanted the wheat, I wanted the access to Barangay Crater and whatnot. I will never get it. So I'm just gonna leave the city-state be, which is slightly annoying, but hey, you can't always get what you want, right? Alright, after a lot of babbling, I can actually end my turn. Pasture, after it's done with its workshop, which is still going to take a while, even though I really do need a library, and this would actually work decently in a city with that is about to get to 8 citizens, I need something even more, and that is a market, because I'm losing gold, and after your gold goes to 0 and you're still losing gold, then you are actually losing some of your science. I cannot allow that, and for this exact reason, I'm actually going to go for a market. Now, of course, I could counter the loss of science by making a library. That's true. It would actually provide me with this 8 gold I'm losing, I mean, in science value. But I'd much rather just stop losing gold, because then I will be able to maintain my units, I'll be able to buy outfits if necessary, and I will simply not suffer a blow from a science standpoint, which is still something I'm slightly worried about. Alright, Moving... I probably should have moved this guy to a city. Yeah, I thought I would be able to reach a city with another unit in 110. I wasn't able to do that. I'm a dummy. It does happen. It's not a terribly huge deal. I mean, it would be much better if I were to put a unit inside a city, but since I did, even though I didn't, it's still kinda okay. 6 turns until I can finally spend all those policy points. Now, slightly annoying thing, and I need a caravanserai. One slight problem, rather, is the fact that I now have a second city. Now, Puppet City State doesn't actually increase the cost of policies, but this city, Pasture, does. So those policies are going to cost a little bit more than they usually would for one city civilization, but still, 2 cities is way less than probably any other AI has, so I shouldn't complain about the cost. But in general, in my opinion, it's better to actually have a lot of cities with a lot of culture production than one city and rely on culture from that, because yeah, culture is going to be cheaper, but considering how little culture you're going to produce, it's not going to be actually effective at all. Efficient, rather. Alright then, what do I want to make? Crossbowmen are tempting, but I still like Hwachias more. Look at the range strength difficulty. The only advantage to crossbowmen is that they can fire without setting up, which is decent. They are slightly more resistant to melee units as well, but it's only a slight difference. And in general, I just like Hwachias better because those are effing Hwachias. They fire rockets. Yes, they are rockets, they can explode. It has been scientifically proven, and I'm mostly talking about Mythbusters. But, whatever. Historical evidence also says that Hwachias could do so, so that's what cares. That's what matters, rather. Alright, can make 4 different types. Ironworks is something I really want, and in a few turns I'll be able to make Ironworks because of Pasture getting its workshop. East India Company would be decent, actually it would be kinda good, but again, I don't have market yet. It is on my to-do list, but I don't have access to it just yet. So what do I want in Seoul right now? I guess I'll just go for gold. Now I'm gaining gold, but I'm not doing anything else. Walls I'm not particularly interested in. Caravanserai will not help me ever because I don't want to make any land traders because I'm simply less efficient. What else can I make? A workboat? I don't have access to any sea resources as of yet. So again, a wasted effort. So just convert my resources into gold. It's not the best thing to do, but hey, it's not the worst either, so it's better than doing nothing at the very least. Alright then, let's end my turn, see what is going to happen. Nothing whatsoever. Some civils might... Oh, Austria. Hi there, Austria. Talk to me.
Die Erzherzogin zu Österreich heißt Eure Eminenz willkommen in... Ach, bringen wir es hinter uns. 4 wird gespeist.
I'm sorry I won't quiet, but I actually really like German. I used to absolutely hate it when I was at school, because I was learning it for 10 years. Yes, 10 years of learning German. And now I actually like it. Why? I don't know, maybe I've grown fond of it over time, but it has some nice. I used to not like it. I thought it doesn't have any charm to it. It actually does have a certain, like, a rough charm, I would say. I'm not sure if it makes any sense to you, but that's how I perceive German. It's actually a pretty cool language. Relatively easy as well, compared to many other, at the very least. Alright, access embassy, why not propose?
Einverstanden.
Also, past sentences in German, once you get used to them and remember a few things that you need to remember about them, pretty easy, really pretty easy. You do need to remember quite a few things in German, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of those years I spent learning German was just learning new words and how those words change depending on the time and whatnot, but then again I guess it's true for every language. I just felt it the most with German because I learned it for 10 years. With English I didn't feel like it because my English knowledge does not really come from school, it comes from video games and online interactions, and I'm not joking right now. Literally all my English knowledge, at the very least most of it, spoken English rather, comes from gaming experience. Yeah. So that's why, while I can talk relatively fluently in regards to how fast I can talk and being able to express what I'm trying to say relatively well, I'm obviously not as gifted when it comes to actually making sense grammatically, and in general this kind of things don't go too well for me. Although when I was writing tests in school and I was still attending school, I was actually doing very well on those. I guess that's because I cared or something, I don't know. Maybe it's because they are written. When I talk, I tend to actually ignore all, what's the word for that? Rules that are, you know, that you need to consider when you're using any kind of language. When I talk, I just talk out of my A, and say nonsense, hoping that it makes sense. When I write, I actually try to get my point across, and I also try to write correctly, which is something I usually don't bother doing when I'm speaking, but writing is a different thing entirely for some reason for me. Anyway, that's a bit of useless knowledge, because you do not care about me at all, you're only here to watch my videos, and even if that's the case, I'm really happy, because that alone makes me happy. I'll tell you a secret. I wasn't planning on recording any videos today. I didn't feel like it. And I had things to do as well. Also, today is the day when the daylight saving time came in effect.
Ihr bewundert meinen neuen Damast.
I will not accept this because she does have tourism. I'm not sure how much, but she may have too much. So refuse, sorry. And what was I talking about? Oh right, me not wanting to cast videocast, but as I said many times again, I like people for some reason. I mean, there isn't really any real valid reason why I do like you, but I actually do. Which is like mind-boggling a little bit. At least to me. Because I'm willing to spend my time making videocasts that, let's be honest, don't give me too many benefits, if any benefits at all. But I just like doing this and seeing you guys comment or anything. Actually, it's mostly just comments. It makes me happy. So you could say that I'm recording videos for comments, and you wouldn't be that far off, I'll be honest with you, because I really do like those comments. People who are from people who are watching my videos and whatnot. It feels nice when people leave them. I just felt like saying this. Alright, let's improve the horses to have access to them. I'll probably never use horses, but why not improve them? Maybe I'll trade them for gold with somebody. Great General, yeah, just go somewhere, I guess. And I can end my turn. There isn't anything more for me to do. I'm gaining gold and I'm happy, although it is going to change when in next turn I'll have 0 happiness, so this will be still good, but then I'll go down to even less happiness. And there's no other way for me to boost my happiness now, because I do not have any more luxuries that I could get. I can improve this copper and then trade for it. I will not be able to walk it because it's too far away from the city. I will not gain the gold and production bonus from it, but I can still improve it to gain access to, to it as a resource and trade it. So that's something I'll probably do as soon as I unimprove this road. Other thing is, I just realized I could, theoretically speaking, use my great general, deploy him over here. Yeah, I know, strange, because I wouldn't improve my copper. But this copper is out of range of my city anyway. Right, so I'll not gain any benefits from improving it anyway. And what I would do is I would actually expand my borders towards this well style. I would be able to improve it and then gain more happiness this way. And you know what? I'm perfectly fine spending a great person, even Robert E. Lee, for one additional type of luxury. Absolutely yes. In my position, I think this is going to be great. I'm happy I thought about this. I really am. Now, something off topic, I mean related to the off topic that I was talking about before, of making videocasts. Some people may bring up the fact that I'm also posting ads on my videos, which is true, I am. But don't be fooled, I'm barely gaining any money from it. And do you know what I'm spending? Maybe not most, but let's say almost a half of it on? Do you recognize the fact? No, not recognize the fact. Are you aware, that's the word I was looking for, are you aware that I quite often-ish I guess, have those giveaways on my channel? Guess how I sponsor them? With the money I gain from ads. So, when you watch this ad, I'm not gonna lie, I keep most of the money for me, which is barely anything, but I can buy occasionally a cheap game for myself, for my trouble. But what I also do is I save up a portion of it, and whenever possible I just buy some kind of game for you people and give it away. As a gesture of goodwill and my personal thanks to you for watching my videocasts, because it makes me feel nice. If anything, it's a social experience, that's the word I was looking for. Man, I have problems with words today. Anyway, as I said, a social experience that is actually helping me in I don't know what actually. But hey, social experience is fun, right? Alright, a cargo ship finished its stuff and now... Wait, what? Is that a new cargo ship? Yes, it is. It absolutely... Oh, I see, I was training with Mombasa, right. It even says previous route. I just ignored this thing completely. Well, I could continue trading with Mombasa, or I could move this ship to Budapest and see if I can actually trade. I haven't discovered any cities of England on this side of the coast, so I will not be able to trade with England. I could trade with Brazil, but considering the fact that I plan to attack them, this will not be the smartest of ideas. Then again, I do need my gold, so I could trade with them, but actually no. The Rio de Janeiro is not on water, so and I will probably not be in range of Sao Paulo. And even if I were, I would be giving those guys science, which is not something I particularly feel like doing, because this science may make them capable of facing me. I mean, in fact, right now, they are perfectly capable of facing me if I try to attack them. No problem with that. They will wipe me out if I try to land. I don't have an army that is big enough, or advanced enough for that matter. But there's no reason to increase the advantage over me, right? Because right now they have the advantage, but it's not going to continue, and that is at the very least my hope. Now they have more cities, that is kind of obvious, way more population, that is also kind of obvious. I mean 21 people in Rio de Janeiro compared to my 17 in Sabarashipa, that's a big difference. And Sao Paulo has 7, which is actually not that big of a city, but they probably have bigger ones. Still, what I need to do at all costs is try and, oh fine, deploy and then wait. What I need to try and do is actually just I'll take them. And I will not probably be able to get a better economy than what they already have, but at the very least, let's improve the ship down. I'm already here. But at the very least, what I can do is completely eclipse them in terms of technology, and then I should be able to take Buenos Aires despite having smaller numbers. So yeah, there is that. Alright, let's improve this copper town that is over there. How is my Great General doing? You are a very slow Great General, aren't you? Oh, that's okay. I don't really love you, but I appreciate your presence, which is more than I guess you could expect. Also, fancy that. This videocast is already 17 minutes long. It will easily breach the 20-minute mark, so it's not actually going to be shorter than what I'm aiming for usually. Because usually I'm aiming for videos between 20 and 25 minutes. Also, Polynesia is plotting against me. Thank you! Thank you very much for telling me that. It's not like I didn't know that, yeah, and it's also not like he's going to be able to do anything, but it's good to know this. I mean, I guess he could land a surprise attack, but if he tries to land near Sofia, my friends will devastate it. What?
It is a newspaper.
Oh, okay. But, because Sofia, yeah, it's going to devastate him. Not the best technology-wise, but they have a lot of units, and the city on it by itself is fairly strong. 38 defense is also quite a lot, and the numerous mountains make it very hard to conquer. So there is that. If they attack from this side, however, I'll be less defended, and I'll probably lose Budapest, but look at where Polynesia is. I find it finally very unlucky that they'll actually go down south to reach me. Unless it's how the terrain is shaped up and they have to go down south. I don't know, I haven't been there, and I don't have the technology to go there yet. Either way, I don't think they will even want to attack me right now. We're simply too far away, they don't have the technology for fast ships and whatnot. And even if they do attack me, I'll get a bit of a warning, I'll be able to make some units. And a single Huacha in a city actually can defend pretty well against most of the things. Let's be entirely honest about this. Alright, I'm in Renaissance. What does it mean? Oh yeah, baby, you know, rationalism time. Let's get some science going. Now, what do you want? Trading posts and extra science from universities? Very good! Especially considering the jungle I have nearby. However, I don't have any trading posts as of yet, so it won't benefit me right now. Of course, keep in mind I can get at least 2 policies, so that's why I'm thinking about the second one already. Great scientists end faster? Decent. It's pretty decent. Now, secularism. Plus 2 science from every specialist, which buffs my Korea affinity. So, as you can see, all of those people, all of those specialists would give me even more science. Which is actually not that many specialists, it's 6. But it is 6. So that's quite a few specialists, and that would be plus 12 science. Plus 12 science, not that bad of a deal. So there's that possibility, and also extra gold from science buildings, which could fix my economy. Well, why not? And then we are a straight shot away from research agreements, which I'll probably skip until I can finish rationalism, because let's be entirely honest, research agreements, AI never wants to do them with you, especially on higher difficulty levels, as simple as that. Now, let's see, grabbing everything in rations gives you free technology, which is decent if you time it correctly. Or rather use it correctly, not time, because you don't have to time when you can save policies. Anyway, I think that going for sovereignty is the best bet for me right now. And I cannot go for anything else, but I soon actually will be able to grab humanism, which is going to be fairly decent. But now, my economy should be doing quite a bit better. Yes, it is. Just slightly better, but it's still doing better. And I'm also getting a decent amount of extra science as well. And also, extra science from excess happiness? Wait, what? I don't have any excess happiness. It's coming from one of my staff. I just don't remember which one, so whatever. Anyway, you just continue going where you're supposed to go. And something else? Oh, right! Wonder time, baby! Now, it will be very, very annoying if an AI actually beats me to the leaning plateau of Pisa on this very turn, because this way I'll lose Heron. I mean, I will lose Heron anyway. I just killed him apparently to make a tower out of his blood and bones, which will probably make it a very small tower, also a very shaky one and a unstable one as well. But at the very least, it is going to be a tower that I'll try to make, and I would rather not lose it because of some AI grabbing it at the same time. Keep in mind, I'm the last guy to have my turn processed, so if an AI grabs the leaning tower of Pisa, they'll get it and I will not. Hopefully this will not be the case though. And it's gonna go right. Nobody got it yet, and I think, yep, oh yeah, it's passed! Linked off Pisa, baby! So now what do? I get another free engineer. What do I do with this guy? Rush Globe Theater. What do I do with yet another engineer that I have? Well, Rush in Chapel, why not? Kill. Hey! That's not very nice to kill my spy. What bastards. Anyway, I could also go for a different great person. Not a very bad idea. I'm gonna go for great engineer. Because, yeah, great engineers, so awesome. James, what? Okay, what do you want? What? Sorry, I just had to say it. Alright, let's improve the seed production and go for the Globe Theater. Man, if we can get that and then also sit in Chapel, we will get quite a few wonders. And also a nice boost to my science, which is going to help immensely. Now, compass or gunpowder rush? Both are viable. Not gonna lie. Or I could go straight for architecture, which would give me access to porcelain tower, which is not that big of a deal. Taj Mahal, however, is. Yeah, Taj Mahal actually is. And I could get it, considering the amount of science I'm gonna get by rushing wonders in my capital. So, Uffizi I'll never get. And porcelain tower I don't have to hurry with, because, yeah, I mean, it does give me a great scientist, which is something. So, I'll ditch the compass for now. It's decent, it's actually really nice. But there are other priorities that are more important. First of all, banking will give me access to banks. Banks, there we go. So that's a lot of gold I would gain. Also extra merchant slots. And as I said, I already explained. Taj Mahal, extra happiness, I really need it. A golden age, even better. And then after that, I'm gonna go for gunpowder because I need some military. So let's go like this and this. And only then I'll actually go for a compass. Of course, I could also try to go for economics, but I think compass is going to be more important for me right now. Also, it will allow me to go for observatory, which I don't think I can benefit. Actually, I can benefit from observatory in Sabera Shipa. Wow, I didn't notice. I mean, I guess I did, but I forgot or something. I was stupid regardless. Yeah, I need that observatory. Plus 50% science, that's big. So, even though I was supposed to end this video cast early, look at me, I'm actually not. I'm gonna stop my time and continue ignoring a bit because I'm on a roll. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going very, very well. Let's move this guy into Sabera Shipa already. And the 10. Please nobody get a Globe Theater because this will ruin my roll. My kill streak, I would say. And oh, you say that to Korea. Korea. Have you ever studied Korean history? Those guys loved science, knowledge and technology since the dawn of time pretty much. It's incredible what they were doing when everybody else was still trying to stab each other with pikes. If they had pikes. So yeah. Even that does not stop my ambition. So yeah, nobody's going to stop me from spying. It's kind of annoying I lost my spy. But honestly, I wasn't going to use him for anything else but stealing tech. I wasn't in a position where I would want to put him in Seoul, I mean Sabera Shipa, or any city-state because I don't care about that either. Alright, Globe Theater, very nice. Got a great one, writer, which is also very useful. I'm gonna write a great piece of work. great piece of work.
The disease of suspicion is never ending.
Which is going to be nice, even more tourism for me. We're up to 8 now, let's compare it to other people. Oh wow, Brazil, I do need to kill you, but I'm second in terms of tourism, surprisingly enough. I'm still unknown for all civilizations, but I'm getting there slowly. For some reason, apparently, oh, we've got trade route to Polynesia. Apparently they have a trade route with me, so that's good to know. Either way, I'm getting some over tourism, so at some point I will be able to do nicely with that. Ironworks, yes please, I think. There isn't really any good reason not to go for ironworks. Also just realized with horses I'll be able to make knights. They're actually fairly beastly, so this wouldn't be a bad idea. Not very useful in this kind of terrain. But there are some grasslands. I could see knights being useful. At least maybe like one knight to accompany my army. Why not? Right, you improve the sculptor, please. I'm actually happy again, which is slightly sad, but then again, it's not that bad. Now, I could just try to grab Sistine Chapel and rush Taj Mahal with this last engineer. Or I could have ignored Globe Theatre, which probably would have been a better idea, but I didn't want other people to get even more tourism. And also, I'll be entirely honest, I didn't think of not rushing Globe Theatre because it's something that... You know, I had so many engineers, I feel like just rushing everything. So yeah, I think I was excused, honestly. It would be really hilarious if I had to be given another great engineer just because it's no, great artist, but not a great engineer. Alright, that's okay. Zoo, I actually have the access to that as well. It will be fairly useful, I'm not gonna lie. Ironworks first though, because it's ironworks. And they are very important. Colosseum, no. Library first for pasture, because libraries are now buffed because of rationalism, so they are even more useful than before, and as such I care about them even more than I care about happiness. Let's construct a citadel. Now all I need is a walkboat, and I'll be able to walk those wells. So that's something. Can I buy out a walkboat? Probably not. It's more, it costs more than what I have. But let's have a quick look how much. 170, quite a bit. That's my phone, I'm sorry, I didn't silence it. I'll call you back, you, whoever you're calling me, and I'm not replying to you right now, so whatever. Once I finish recording. And then right now, I don't feel like finishing recording at all, actually. I'm feeling good, I'm on a roll. It's going very well. Alright, zoo. I still need, but walkboat is going to be next. So let's do that. Alright, next let's grab my Sistine Chapel and I'll end it right there. Elizabeth for Forbidden Pass. This is going to help her quite a bit when somebody forms the... how's it called? World Congress. Because this will give her extra delegates. Also, it helps with unhappiness. So this is something that would benefit me a lot. But you people convinced me not to go for patronage. And that's why I couldn't even think about making Forbidden Pass. So... since that happened, I don't really care about Ellie grabbing it. Fine, Ellie, have it, I don't care. Now, I'm the second most wonderful person on Earth. How nice of you to say this. Also, poor Maria. 0. I root for you, just know this. Even though you stole Poland's colors for some odd reason and unexplainably, your ego is also white. Whatever, it happens. So, alright. Now, before I end, let's just make my wonder and end the 10 again so I can see if I got it. And this will be a relatively long-ish videocast, but we were on a roll, as I said. Okay, I actually have no place for great work of art. So let's have a quick look if I have a place for it anywhere else. My character, great work of art. Nope, no place anywhere at all. Now, ain't that annoying? I could use this guy to give me a golden age. I would much rather just not do that. So you just rush this, you just sleep in my capital, and I think I can end my turn. There isn't anything else I need to be doing right now. Nope, everything is fine. Alright then, please wait. Budapest is making walls. Good for you, Budapest. Well, it is nice because it will be more defensible, so if somebody comes and tries to take it, it'll take him like 2 turns instead of 1. So I guess that's something. Anyway, please let me have my Sistine Chapel. I think I'm gonna... yes, I ain't gonna get it. It's stand for the city-states, which means nobody got it. And this is going to be great. And now I have spots for great works of art. Wow, this videocast was really good. Also, go away. And I even got a new policy. So yeah, humanism is the way to go, and ladies and gentlemen, we were on a roll today. Great things happened, and I have no idea how I'm going to have to title this videocast to get your attention, because this was simply amazing. Enough said. So, thank you very much for watching. It was PANCZASU, also known as the Mighty Mix Spammer. If you enjoyed watching this video, guys, then please do leave a like and or maybe a comment as well, because as I said, I really like reading those. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you online as soon as this video cast ends. Also, get away with your best skeleton missionaries. I like my Pantheon, and I'm going to defend it. Anyway, yeah, now I can go. See you online.